everyone and welcome to Leah's Cross Stitch Corner. This is FlossTube number 29, one more before the big 30. I mean, in 4 FlossTubes I will have done as many FlossTubes for years I have been alive. Yeah, I'm 33. So today is a WIP Parade. I'm so excited. So everybody's been doing end of the year. Sorry, I'll get that out of the way because it's doing head in. Everyone's been doing end of the year 2023 WIP Parades. Well, I'm going to switch things up and do a start of 2024 WIP Parade. I didn't have time after Advent to do a WIP Parade for the end of 2023, so I was like, I'll just do one in January for the start of 2024. And then every month here on in, I'll do a WIP Parade. I'll do a mid-year WIP Parade of everything. I'll do an end of 2024 WIP Parade, maybe, possibly, might just do a start of 2025. That's, wow. That is so bizarre to me that 2025 is next year. Whew, crazy. So how are you all? You all okay? I hope you are. I've got my timer going so I know how long I've been doing it. It takes forever to upload these 4K videos to YouTube. Forever. I lose daylight waiting for that to happen. It takes literally all day. So, little bit of stitching news. I've started a new Facebook group, link below, called the UK Cross Stitch Cooperative. So if you want to join our fantastic little cooperative, please go ahead. I've been wanting to start a cross stitch Facebook page for some time now, and I'm a part of a few groups on Facebook already, and I was like, I want one where, you know, we can talk about anything we want, we can share cross stitch things, you know, and I was like, a cooperative sounds like a really good idea. It's something we could potentially use in the future to maybe do something else with it as well. So yeah, the UK Cross Stitch Cooperative, search for that on Facebook, apply to join, like click join and just answer the questions. I'll approve it. And then introduce yourself and let us know who you are. Easy peasy. Excuse me. I think that's about it. I think that's the only kind of update that I've got. It's so busy at work. Oh my god. Like, I can't wait to start my new job on the 1st of February. But it is so busy at the minute. I'm not even getting any stitchy time. It's so annoying. Normally I get a decent amount of stitchy time to make some reasonable progress. But not now. Not anymore. It is back to back. It's like, it blags me head. Like, I need a few minutes between each call just to recenter and, you know, take a breather and stuff. And instead it's just like beep, 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 beep. Anyone who's worked in call centres will know. It's not fun. It's not fun. So, let's get into this WIP Parade. I'm going to structure it differently, I said last time when I said about it. I'm going to do it more like Cross Stitch the Globe, where I show my WIPs, I'll show my finished ones, and I'll talk about some plans for what I'm planning to stitch here on out. And at the end, I'll mention a few channels that I'll be watching. And it'll probably be the same channels every single time, but so be it. So the first one I have to show is not a Leah WIP. It is a Graham WIP. So please excuse any unzipping, rezipping, crinkling, anything of that kind. I have to put these things back. I can't just get them all out. There's loads to show. So excuse any of that noise. So Graham started cross stitching. I should have had the date written down, to be fair. I believe it was like December. Maybe November, December. No, it was December. I don't know. He'll correct me in the comments below. So if you want to know for definite, just go and have a look at the comments. He'll leave a comment and he'll confirm. And instead of starting with something small like everybody else, Graham decided he was going to go big or go home. So he went big. So he decided that he wanted to stitch the Witchy Stitcher Chopping Maul. So thankfully, I've got all of the Witchy Stitcher patterns. I've got the Chopping Maul, the Stephen King house, the Universal Monsters stitch along, and I already had the Chopping Maul kitted up ready to go. I was like, that was the one I wanted to start first. And I wanted to do it for Graham, so it was kind of handy that he was like, oh, I want to start stitching, and he wanted to do the Witchy Stitcher patterns. So he's been stitching now for a little while, and here is his progress. So look at that. I'll bring it closer. Can I? I can't see. So there's Graham's progress. So as you can see, He's done the food court, which is the bottom. He's done all of this bottom. There's just one shop left to do. And he's done the Grady twins from The Shining. So there's Hannibal. We think that's the girl from, like, The Ring. I don't know where those alien men come from. And then there's the Shining girls as well. And he's done all the bottom. Now, he doesn't get a lot of time to stitch. We stitch on Nuffle Sundays when we watch a Nuffle game. Sadly, that season's come to an end. So we've got the playoffs and then the Super Bowl. So we stitch on a Sunday together. And then he sometimes gets some time to stitch at work, because he does later shifts than me. So I only work 8:30 till 3:30. He can work anytime. So he can do 8:30, 4:30, 9:05. Today, for example, as I'm filming, he's doing an 11:07. So when the lines get to like 5:30, 6 o'clock-ish, he can even finish at 8 o'clock as well, it's balmy. When it gets to like 5:30, 6, there isn't that many calls, so he can just pick his stitching up. Yeah, he gets to stitch while I'm busy back to back with calls. Make it make sense. And he had to work, by the time this goes up, it'll be a couple of Saturdays ago. So he had to work the first Saturday in January, 9 till 1. He took 2 calls in 4 hours. 2 calls. So he got to sit and stitch. So while I was spending my Saturday morning getting the guinea pigs cleaned, doing the Tesco ready for delivery on the Sunday, and various other bits, I even changed the bedding. Yeah, wifey material. He was sat stitching for 4 hours. What kind of utopian, dystopian, alternative universe are we living in here? So yeah, he gets to stitch at work. I do. Usually, January has just been a very busy month so far, unfortunately. So that's Graham's progress. I said I would show it off, and I will show it off every month. Or he said maybe every other month, but I'd like to show it every month, because it doesn't matter if there's only a little bit of progress. I'm about to go back up to full-time hours, so my WIP parades aren't going to be showing off masses of progress. So, I don't mind. Let's get to mine, shall we? I have mine all noted down, as you know. I'll start from the soonest that I've started them. So the first one, stay, is the British Isles Stitch Along. This is from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I started this on the 27th of January last year, but I haven't been continuously working on it. I started it on the 27th of January, probably did a couple of days, then put it back down till the back end of last year, and then picked it back up again. So let me just find it. Typically, it's the very last one that I pick up. This project has been an absolute, utter nightmare. I cannot overstate how much of a nightmare it's been. I've made so many errors. It's on 14 count. It's very simple. It's little motifs that you've got to do. And you know what? I just cannot, for the life of me, do this one without making a mistake. So here's my progress on this one. I could do with something to... I'll use my guinea pig bag, as I usually do. I need a little, Cross Stitch the Globe have a magnetic thing that it's like a magnetic board that they attach the whips to when they're showing them off. I need something similar. So there is my progress on the British Isles Stitch Along. That is a good progress, right? Like, I've done insanely well with it. I've finished all of England down here and Wales. I've started Scotland and I've started Ireland. But I mucked up, so I had to frog out this because it didn't line up. And then if you have a look at Nessie, she looks weird as well, so I need to decide whether I need to frog that, or Graham said just put another little hump thing in there. I did that while I was waiting to start some of my Christmas ones. So I was waiting for the new year to start me 2 New Year starts, me 3 New Year starts even. And I wanted something to do on New Year's Eve. So I was like, I'll crack on with this a little bit more because I want to get it finished. I'm sick of the sight of it. I am genuinely sick of it. Because just errors galore. It's riddled with errors. Here, I made an error. Like I say, I had to frog that and made an error. I've done an error there because I put it too close to St Andrews. It has honestly just been one of those like nightmare projects that just... 2 steps forward and 5 steps back. It's an utter, just one of them kind of projects. So I want to get it finished. I want to get it done. I don't know when I will, because it's in timeout. it's in timeout. When I saw that I'd done Nessie wrong, and even then I tried to do it so it was still right, I still got it wrong. So I was like, right, you're going in timeout, I'm putting you away for a bit. So I don't have too much left to do, to be honest. I've got a little bit of Scotland up here, maybe 3 or 4 motifs here, then maybe again 4 or 5 motifs for Ireland, and then it is done. But it is so frustrating. And that is going to be a video that I do soon, a video about mistakes, what to do, you know, should you frog, should you leave it, should you make it work kind of thing. That is a video for February, so look out for that. I'm really disappointed with the amount of fabric. Look how tight it is to the bottom, and then look how tight it is to the top as well. And this isn't even the full top. There's some islands to go up here. Now, when we were starting this, they said the fabric had to go a specific way. It looks square to me. It's like literally only by an inch. And I'm pretty sure I am stitching it in the right way. But maybe not. Because, I mean, I think it's too long. That is a really... Considering Caterpillar are usually really, really good at the amount of fabric they give, this is a really poor amount of fabric. They could have just give 3 inches extra each side. It doesn't matter, does it really? So yeah, this one is in timeout, but I will get it finished this year. It's going on my WIP board, which I'll discuss in plans, because I want it finished. I just want it out. I want it done. I just want it done, okay? It is so frustrating when you've got a frog, or even just when you just get something wrong, because it's like, how much of an idiot can you be? It's counting. You learn counting in like a reception. Run over. So next up is my mandala Peacock. I have not touched this for so long. So I started this on the 10th of July. I've worked on it maybe like 3 times, and then I just haven't. I think it's because I don't like the hoop that it's in. It doesn't fit properly. But I think as well, it's very difficult. It's a lot of different colours. I love it when I do work on it. I just, you know, don't always have the motivation to actually work on it. So here is my progress on that one. I haven't done any progress since the last time I showed it off, to be fair, but it's start of 2024 WIP Parade, so I am going to show it off. It's on 14 count Ada. It's from Meloca Designs, and it is really lovely. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, that's so cute. So again, I'm going to put it on my WIP board, because that will force me to crack on with it, make some progress, you know. I don't want it just sitting there forever. I want to actually get it done and show it off, because it is a really cute peacock. I love it so much. It's so cute. I want to get it started, but I'm working on another one, which I'll discuss in a minute. Because I want to get some... I'll explain why I want to get that one done, because I want to make some good progress on that one. So that's that one. Next... That's a finish, so I'll come back to that. Next up is my Lakeside Trick or Treat Stitch Along. This is from Lakeside Needlecraft, of course. Designed by Tiny Modernist, Cheryl McKinnon. I started this on the 16th of September. I made some really good progress with it. But then Halloween ended and it started to be like Christmassy, and I was like, it's really weird to work on this now. So I just haven't. So let's have a look at this one. This is the first one I started on even weave. I believe it's on 32 count, but please don't quote me on that, because I'll be honest, I didn't write it down and I can't remember. I am keeping better notes for my 2024 projects. So here is my progress on that one. Where's the guinea pigs? 2 minutes. I'm gonna have to get a proper magnetic board, I think, at some point. And I need to put some tape on the fabric, because it's freeing like mad. I'll do that before I put it away today, I think. So there's my progress on that one. So I did trick or tur. I thought I was further along than I was with it, to be honest. So I've got to finish treat there, and then I've got to come all the way along here with just a single line of thread all the way along there, and then just fill it in the middle. I really like that one, actually, and I can't wait to get back to it. Again, it's going to go on the WIP board. I'm going to do my WIP board on a, like, ad hoc basis, so depending on... Although I can't, because then I'll just be, like, not doing it. I don't know. I need to get my WIP board done. That's what I need to do. So there's my progress on that one. I do really like this one, and I want to get it finished so that we can put it up at Halloween time. So I just need to find the motivation for it. I'm loving the starts that I've started for 2024, see, so like everything else just falls by the wayside a little bit. But I do want to come back to that. I want to get it finished before Halloween. Halloween in January, should we do that? By the way, I think I'm accidentally wearing the same top I wore for the last video. I have changed tops. This one just comes to the top of the rotation a lot quicker than any of the others. The next one is a finish. So I'll turn the page and we have the elf stitch along. Again, I got a lot of good motivation and I started this one and made really good progress. I then ran out of a thread and ran out of enthusiasm. Not for the project, I just kind of like, you know when you get started with other things, you get distracted. I get too distracted. So this is the elf stitch along. This is based on the film Elf, obviously. Designed by Hoops and Crosses. It is on, I haven't written it down. I believe it's 14 count Ada. I'll be honest, I believe it's 14 count Ada. And I keep putting the guinea pig bag away and then I keep having to bring it back. So here is my progress on this one. So I finished all of part 1, which is amazing. I started part 2 and ran out of thread for, I believe it was this thread here. And I kind of haven't gone back to it since then. But I've got the thread, to be fair. I'm just being awkward, I don't know why. I've got part 3 to do. It's not going to take that much to do it. I've done all the back stitch and everything on part 1. So it's literally just finish a couple of motifs up here, finish some motifs down there, do all the back stitching, and then get it finished. So I'm not too far away with that one. Look at the exclusive needle minder that came with it. Thank you, Lucy. So yeah, I do need to get this one finished. I know, I'm going to say that for every single one. So, you know, just expect it at this point. I did enjoy this one. It is really fun to do. It's very quick as well. You know, it's not a stitch along that takes a lot of effort. It's a lot of nice motifs, a lot of writing, a lot of back stitching. So yeah, I just need to get it done. Just get it done. Again, Christmas is over now, so maybe I'll not get it done yet. But I plan to get it finished. I want to clear the decks. I don't like having too many projects on the go, so I want to get the decks all cleared. And then I can feel less bad about starting new projects. So I am on a ban from starting projects. I will not be starting any more projects for the foreseeable until I get other ones finished. I have to finish other ones before I can start new ones. And even then, I've got to finish 2, I think, is how I'm going to do it before I start 1. That's how I think I'm going to do it. So I started that elf stitch along on the 2nd of November, and hopefully I'll get it finished soon. She says, hopefully. Next up is the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Toy Shop. I think it's called the Jingle Bell Emporium, but I didn't write it down. This is my work stitch at the moment. I started it on the 5th of December. It's on 14 count Ada, all the called for colours that came in the kit. And it's still on the queue snap because I'm actually actively working on it. So I got really good progress with it, and now I just need to do all the filling in bits. So I left it so I could just fill the yellow in, the blue of the shop, and I think there's one more colour, a pink. Yeah, there's a pink where it says Toy Shop. Like I say, I just can't get a minute to stitch. I started a little bit of yellow yesterday, but it was just, I just gave it up as a bad job, to be honest. It just was no good. So yeah, I'm trying to get all of those done. All of the Caterpillar Cross Stitch shops done. But after I've finished this one at work, I am going to move on to some that I've got here and take them upstairs because I want to get them finished. And they're easy enough to finish upstairs. So there is that one. I do really like that one, actually. It's been a fun stitch. It's nice, and I've just left it so I can just do all the fillings in, which, you know, makes it a little bit easier when you're at work. You can just kind of mindlessly stitch it. But I just can't get the time. We're too busy. It's way too busy. So I love that one. Yeah, and I am just piling them all on the bed there. Next up is the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Playful Pets. It's my last WIP for 2023, and then I'll be showing you my 2024s. So I started this one on Christmas Day. I always like to have a Christmas Day start. I always like to start something. And I'm actually using the floss drops that came in the box. Just chuck them away. Not away, but you know what I mean. So this was the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Playful Pet subscription box. I got this off my sister Claudette for Christmas. She got me the Playful Pets one and then the Season's Greetings one, the one after that. And I'm loving it. I primarily wanted it because it has a guinea pig on. And that's a good enough reason for me. I'm guinea pig mad if you didn't already know. So here is this one. So as you can see, I've pretty much done like half of this one. I've done the dog, the guinea pig, most of the hamster, the rabbit. I've done a bit of the lizard and all of the parrot. There's a turtle and a cat left to do. You can see the cat's paw in the fish bowl. And then that one will be done. So yeah, this was me Christmas stitch. This is my Christmas start. I started on the 25th of December. It is on Ada, full cross, 14 count. Ooh. And yeah. I think it's so cute. I think it's going to look so nice when it's done. I do. I really love it. I'm quite obsessed with that one. I enjoyed stitching it. The dog took forever because obviously it's huge. But I really liked it. Now that guinea pig looks nothing like my guinea pigs. So our guinea pigs are... Biscuit is like a biscuity colour. She's all one colour. Cardi, Silky and Fluffy all come from the same... Cardi is the mum of Silky and Fluffy. And they're like black and white. With a bit of tan. And they're all like... Bizarrely enough, considering, you know, there's only 3 colours to them, they're all different. It's so funny. So... onto the exciting ones. Onto my 2024 projects. So, the first project I started on New Year's Day... We had an epic New Year, by the way. We stayed up late on New Year's Eve watching the NFL. Sadly, the Bengals lost, which was disappointing. We had a few drinks. We had a bottle of wine each. And then New Year's Day, we got up late and we had the most epic film binge in history. I couldn't think of the word. We watched 3 Batmans. We watched the Nolan trilogy. So Graham was wondering what to watch and he had some options and I was like, let's watch the Batmans because he'd been watching all of the 90s Batmans. So we watched Batman Begins and we watched The Dark Knight. And it got to tea time and we were like, if we have tea, then we can come and watch more Batman. We can watch the last one. And it didn't take much to convince him. So we had an epic film day. And I got to start... on the 1st of January, my Bella Filipina that I've been talking so much about. So let me pop it on the guinea pig. This is the Maiden of Tubbataha, designed by Bella Filipina. And I started this on the 1st of January. It's on 32 count even weave or pearlescent. And it's from Paul Stitch's Designs and it's called Atlantis. Check it out. Check it out. Check the... You can even see the opal even just from me showing it on camera. It's stunning. I'm using my seahorse needle minder with this one because I'm doing a mermaid. Oh, I didn't know my face was there. Hiya! I'm doing a mermaid. So I figured the seahorse was the best design. So you can't really tell what I've done. You won't be able to make anything out as of yet, kind of thing. But this is like part of... Have I got the picture? Where? No, I haven't. It's over there somewhere. This is part of her left side. I always work... It's part of our right side. I got confused because I was holding it in my left hand. I always work right to left. I always prefer to start right to left because it makes it easier for me and means the thread doesn't cover any holes. It's a whole thing. So... that's my progress so far. Sadly, I don't know how many stitches it is, which is really disappointing. But I can only assume it's a good 1,000, if not more. It, you know, I've put a lot in, despite like it doesn't look like too much, but I have. I then stitched it again. So this is primarily my weekend stitch. I'll do it on the Saturday when we have a longer time to sit and watch a film, because we watch a longer film on a Saturday and then we do all our jobs and chores on a Sunday. So I got some good progress done. I'm moving into what I think is her dress. This is like bits that are like, I don't know. this is like a dress, and it'll come up to like a body kind of, like this is a body and a dress kind of thing, and then this is like the bits that come off are like the, I don't know. I don't know. It'll start to make sense at some point. How many times have I said I don't know? So I did a lot of progress on Sunday when we were watching The Shape of Water. We watched on Saturday, and we watched Nightmare Alley on Sunday, didn't we? I think. So I did progress anyway, and I picked up the wrong colour. I don't know how or why, so I had to frog a bunch of it and then put it back in. But it's okay. It's not too bad. This is one where I will frog if I have to, because I want it to be perfect. I want it to look perfect. I don't want it to be a bodge job. So that's why I'm only stitching it on a weekend. I want it so I can take my time with it and put effort in, because it is a lot of effort. The pattern is crazy. And obviously you've got all the beads and the back stitching and stuff. So yeah, this is my project of love, and I love it so much. I can't wait to do another Bella Filipina. I'm already excited to do another one. Or just more fancy ladies or mermaids or whatever. I'm so excited. So that was me January start. I then, and this, you might think I'm crazy here, I have a few stitchy friends, Nifty Stitcher primarily, who does Heaven and Earth designs. She's got about 5 or so on the go, probably more than that, to be fair. I'm probably being way too generous. And I was always like, oh, that seems like it's a bit much. It's a bit like, it's a lot. However, I saw Heaven and Earth Designs were doing a stitch along for 2024. You could pick one of 10 designs. They all have like 60,000 stitches in. And if you complete 4 full pages of your chosen design, you'll receive all 10 charts. If you finish the entire shebang, you can get all 10 charts plus 2 free ones from the Heaven and Earth Design website. So I was intrigued, because I quite like a challenge. Now, sorry, excuse me. I may not have decided to do this if I'd known I was going back up to full-time hours, because my stitch time is going to be severely limited. However, I do stitch this one when we're watching Gotham. So we've started a new TV show, Gotham, Batman themed. We've been watching all the Batmans. So I do this stitch while I'm watching Gotham. And I'll do it today as well, because I've got some stitchy time. I've got the rest of the colours coming today. So I chose the Merry Mushroom Village, the first one, to do. I showed Graham and I was like, which one do you like? This is the one I like. And we both picked the same one. I didn't tell him which one I liked. He picked the one he liked. And I went, yeah, that's the one I was thinking as well. So I've officially done 4.73% of this one, which is just over 1,000 stitches. And bear in mind, we only have the first 3 pages so far. And here it is. Here it is. Are you ready? This is the Heaven and Earth Design Merry Mushroom Village. As you can see, at the minute it just looks like a Tetris game. It looks like a game of Tetris. But I love it. It's on 25 count, 1/1. I think it's, I don't know if it's 8 or even weave, I can't remember. But it's 25 count, 1/1. And I love it. It is the plainest fabric in the world. I got it from Lakeside Needlecraft. I actually ordered 2 and he only sent me 1. So I was like, can you send me another one? I ordered 2. I love this. I am obsessed with this. I can't wait, because it is all going to come together and it's going to look amazing. And my plan is to finish the 4 pages. I don't really care about the 2 free designs off of the website. I just want all 10 of the designs, because there's an astrology cat, which I love. There's a cockatoo. No, is that a dog? No, a cockapoo's a dog. A cockatiel is a bird. It's a bird of some kind called Bernadette. I love it. I just want the rest of the free charts. So yeah. I've officially become a big stitcher. I've become a Heaven and Earther. I'm very excited. I do have a couple of other Heaven and Earth designs that I bought before I decided to take part in the stitch along. The 2 mini ones, the NASA images. I can't remember which 2, but I've picked 2 in the mini designs, and I've got the fabric for them already. I've got it all put away, 25 count, 1/1 as required, and I'm so excited. That has like 90 colours in, would you believe? I had about half of them. I've got the other half coming today and I can't wait. So yeah, I started that one on the 2nd of January. 25 count, 1/1, very exciting. I love that kind of fabric count. I always wondered, because like it's an odd number, I was like, that's weird. But what can I say? I love it. So my final WIP, is the Princess Birthday Stitch Along. I think it's actually called the, so, start again, Leah. It is the Princess Homecoming Stitch Along from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery that I am stitching for the Princess Birthday Stitch Along from Cross Stitch the Globe. Nailed it. So the lovely Alison and Stephanie are doing a stitch along called the Princess Birthday Stitch Along, and it's in honour of Alison's birthday, which was on the 6th of January. Happy birthday! And pretty much you pick a princessy kind of design to do and you stitch it. So one of the designs that I wanted to stitch anyway was the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Homecoming Stitch Along. Kat from Catkin and Lily has been doing it and I love it. I think it just looks so cute. So I had to do it as well. So I bought it, got everything that I needed. I've got everything for it. I'm stitching it on the called for fabric, although I realised that I'm actually stitching it on a higher count, slower count. It's meant to be on 16 or 32 count. I'm doing it on 28 count because I didn't pay attention. It should still fit from the measurements I've put in. If it doesn't, I will cry. I wish it was on the called for count because it is a bit big. I think I'm over 14 count, to be honest, apart from with the kits that I've already got. If I'm going to do something myself on even weave or linen, I want it to be a 32 count minimum. So, here is my progress for this one. I've done it very little. I only did a little bit. I started this on the 6th of January. Alison's birthday. I love that, actually. That was not on purpose. That was just because I wanted it to show for this WIP Parade. So I'm stitching it on 28 count Cashel linen. My first project on linen. From Picture This Plus in the colourway Valor. And I bought this from a UK company called... I thought it stopped recording and nearly died. I bought it from a company called The Home Makery. So I didn't notice the count when I ordered it. I just thought it was the right count and it was exactly how I needed it. But never mind. I'm holding it the wrong way. Oh my god. Let me show you it again now that I've oriented. I haven't got a needle minder on to orient it. There we go. That actually makes more sense. So I've done the flag. I've done the start of one of the little people and the trumpet. So I started this one while we were watching The Shape of Water. Because I remember Michael Shannon. That's when I started this one. I started this on Saturday. And I did my mermaid on Sunday while we watched Nightmare Alley. Yeah, I've oriented myself right. So that's my last stitch along. That technically covers my WIP goal for January. So my 2 January goals were to start this stitch along and my Bella Filipina mermaid. So tick those off and I'm going to put £10, £20 each into a jar. So what I'm going to do for my WIP goal, everything I check off, I'm going to put £10 in a virtual jar so that when it comes to the end of the year, I'll have £250 to buy something for myself. I have some designs on the Pip and Chip bobbins. If I don't already decide to buy them before then, I think I'm going to get them. Because I've always been like, I don't really want the Pip and Chip bobbins. They're really expensive. They're not. They're like 50p a bobbin when you work it out. But the bobbins that I have, the stickers come off and it just drives me nuts. I have one of the Heaven and Earth Designs colours. Doesn't have a sticker on. I don't know what colour it is. I pulled it for that design, but I don't know what colour it actually is because the sticker fell off. So I want some proper bobbins with proper numbers on. So yeah, there are all my WIPs. Let me get on to my finishes. Let me just see how long we've been filming this bad boy. Sorry, I've got to check my phone. Oh, that's not too bad. 34 minutes. So, the first thing I finished was the Love by the Moon stitch along. Let me get that for you all to see. So, I started this stitch along. Why is there a thread there? I'm going to need a bag of some kind. Guinea pigs, come back. So, this was the Love by the Moon stitch along by Innocent Bones. I believe it's on 18 count Ada if I'm remembering correctly, though I could be wrong because I didn't write it down. I started this on the 23rd of August and I finished it on the 24th of December, Christmas Eve. I was gasping for a finish, so I got it done. I love this one. I think it looks so good. I'm kind of moving away from like kits and designers like this, mostly. When you see the other one I've done from Minutes and Bones, you'll know why. This one in particular, I love this one, to be fair. I have goofed up here, as you can see. It doesn't line up, but who cares? It's good enough. So as I said, I finished this on Christmas Eve. It didn't take me that long to finish once I'd got into it. I love this one. I can't wait to get it finished and get it hung up. So that was fun. It was a good one. My next finish was the Little Dove or Christmas Tree Stitch Along. I wanted to get this one finished because I wanted to get it done for Christmas. It is now all done. I started this on the 18th of October and I finished it on the 23rd of December. It came in 10 parts and it is so lovely. I believe it's on 14 count Ada, I think. From good judging from the holes, I think it's on 14 count. I wanted it on a 28 count or a 32 count, but they'd run out of the fabric to do it on a higher count, so I just went with it. So there's that one. I absolutely love this one. There was meant to be backstitch on this tree here, but I put it on and I didn't like it, so I took it off and I'm just leaving it as is. So I really like that one. It was really nice. I love that tree. I think that tree's my favourite of all the trees. I just love the geometric design. It's on linen, I believe, which gives it that more... Is it? It can't be on linen, it's 14 count. Idiot. No, it'll be on 14 count Ada. So yeah, so I started doing the border. I just followed it all the way up because I was like, surely that's how it goes. And turns out it had these little love hearts in, so I had to frog that and get that fixed. But yeah, I love that one. So I finished that the day before Christmas Eve. I can't wait to get it framed and get it like within our Christmas decorations so we can put it up. Next up was the Geeky Stitching Company November Club box. This was the main kit in that box. It's a little robin design. I love this one. I started it at work and then I brought it downstairs because I wanted to finish it. So I started it on the 10th of November and I finished it on the 25th of November. It took me 2 weeks. It is on 14 count Ada. It's a really nice colour. I love the colour of it. I just love the design. Isn't it cute? It's such an inquisitive little robin. And I love what Jess has done with the snowflakes. I think the colours really pop on the fabric. It is absolutely lovely. I'm in love with this design. It's really, really cute. I enjoyed stitching this one. I love Jess's designs. They're simple, but they're very, very effective. And I just love them so much. Next is the reason I've stopped getting the Innocent Bones subscription boxes. Mood boxes, that's what they're called. I couldn't remember what it was called. So this is the Poison Garden mood box, sorry. I started it on the 23rd of November and I finished it on the 30th of November. And it's just too simple for me. It's really nice, but it's too simple. And the fabric is way too thin. I've said that before. I don't know what fabric she provides. It's not Schweigart. I can categorically tell you it's not. They might say it is, but it categorically isn't. It's way too thin. I know Schweigart Ada. Everybody does. It most categorically isn't. So next up is the Cosy and Stitchy Company Castle. It's like the Disney. It's like very similar to the Disney Castle. I started this on the 30th of November. And I finished it on the 5th of December. It was my first order from the Cosy Stitching Company, but won't be my last. Maisie has some lovely designs. She's recently released a new Zodiac collection. I've ordered the Taurus colourways. There's 2 of them. I've ordered both, one for me and one for Graham. This is the castle. And that's all done. I love this one. So I think it came with a 3-inch hoop, but when I tried to hoop it, it was a bit too small for my liking. So instead, what I'm going to do... I'm going to put in a 4-inch hoop to give it just a little bit of room, just because I want it to pop. So I love that. This was such a fun design. There was like a good colour changes in it as well. So like it wasn't just all one colour. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 7 or 8 different colours for such a small design. Is really effective. I really liked it. Well done, Maisie. Well done. I love it. It's so cute. Ow. Next up, I can't show you. So I did a cross stitch for me mum for Christmas. It was the Cotton and Twine November box. It was the snow globe with the reindeer in. I started it on the 2nd of December and finished it on the 15th of December. It was on 16 count Ada, sage green, the traditional one. Historical Sampler Company gets specially dyed for a lot of their projects. But I can't show you it because I don't have it. I took it to me mum and she got it for Christmas. So my last finish, ooh, where have you come from? Is the Doreen Jones Halloween cat set. So it's a set of 4 designs, and as part of one of the cross stitch groups I'm in, there's a round robin taking place. So you pick a design no bigger than 60 by 60 stitches. You stitch one part, then you pass it on to somebody else who stitches the next part, who passes on to somebody else who stitches the third part, who passes on to somebody else who stitches the fourth part, and then it comes back to you. And it's like a round robin. So I started this on the 12th of December and finished it on the 30th of December. And it's on 14 count Scream Queen Ada. It's from a company that doesn't exist anymore. They closed down, and this was part of the fabric I got for the closing down box, but I can't remember the name. Stitching Den? I think it was the Stitching Den. So there is that lovely cat. He's lush, isn't he? It was so fiddly. The back stitching was such a pain, and there was half stitches and everything. I still don't even know if I did the half stitches right, to be honest. I tend to avoid half stitches, quarter stitches, whatever. But like when you look at it from far, it's gorgeous. He is really, really stunning. So the next person will stitch a few inches up, the next person will stitch a few inches along, and the next person will stitch in the top left corner. I've got to send that away in mid-January. It'll probably have gone by the time this video goes up, actually. And yeah, I just think it's a really fun idea. Again, if I'd known I was going back up to full-time work before signing up to this, I probably wouldn't have signed up to it. But such is life. I'll just have to prioritise my stitching. I can do that. Easy peasy. So that's it. There are all my WIPs. That's all my finished projects. Whew. Whew. So, let's see how long. Excuse me. Curious of the time. Where's it gone? I need to get a proper timer because it's a nightmare. So, let's talk 2024 plans. Like I say, my plan is to not start anything else until I've finished 2 projects. I need to clear 2 projects I already have before I start anything else. Especially with having the 3 big designs on the go at the moment. I've got to be very careful. I don't want to get into full-time work again and then I find I've got no time for stitching, so nothing gets done. So no new starts for me for now. Wait until my next WIP Parade and then you can come and slap me around the head and tell me why have I started some more. I shouldn't have. My WIP Go board will be completed by the next time I shoot a WIP Parade, so I can tell you what actually is going to be when and where, hopefully. And as I say, I'm going to put £10 away for every single WIP Go goal I complete. I am going to make them a little bit more difficult than start 2 new starts. So that's the plan for WIP Go. Put some money away, and then I've got £250 to spend to myself at some point in December or January. I work on the Heaven and Earth design one on a weeknight when we watch Gotham or any TV show. I work on my mermaid on a Sunday, and then I usually work on something else on the Saturday, whether that's a princess stitch along or any of the other WIPs I've got going on. So I do like to try and mix it up a little bit. I am determined to get that Heaven and Earth design stitch along completed for 4 pages so I can at least get those other charts. That's my main 2024 goal. It's very lofty because it's like 22,000 stitches just to do those 3 pages we've already got, plus whatever it is divided by 3. I think I worked it out, it was like 7,000, just over 7,000 stitches. So it's about 30,000 stitches. I've done 1,000. Just for clarity, I've done 1,000. So I need to do 30 more, 29 more thousand stitches, just to even get those pages. So fingers crossed. I want to make it so that when I finish 2024, I've finished everything and hopefully starting more or less afresh for 2025. I don't like carrying projects over. I will not be carrying over the Caterpillar Cross Stitch British Isles Stitch Along. That will be finished this year. The Peacock will be finished this year. Anything I started in 23 will not carry over till 25. Definitely not. The Heaven and Earth designs might be the only one that does, but that will be the only one. That'll be the only one. I like to clear the decks each year so that it's, you know, starting fresh kind of thing. But we'll see how that goes. I don't have any haul to show. I'm waiting on so much. Like, there's so much I'm waiting for dispatching. So I'll do a haul video maybe separately once I get all that stuff maybe. But I don't really have anything to show. I haven't really bought too much. Well, I've bought. I just haven't got it. Oops. Whoops. One last thing before I go. I know it's very vague plans. I don't have a lot of structured plans for the year, to be fair. I kind of just want to work on what I've got. I've got a lot. I've got enough going on. I don't need any more. So, last of all, who am I going to be watching this week? Drum roll. You'll be surprised to know I'll be catching up on Cross Stitch the Globe. I watched the absolutely epic 2.5 hour end of year WIP Parade. It was immense. It was so much fun. You've got no idea how much fun it was. I know Stephanie cuts a lot of the videos down for time. Don't. I'll watch 2.5 hours. I don't care. I will watch 2.5 hours. So I've got a couple of their videos to work on, an extra to watch, and their most recent Floss Tube that came out just after Christmas, I think it was. So I've got those two to catch up on. It is Wednesday. Catkin and Lily should have a video up. If not today, then sometime this week. So I'll be catching up on that one. It should be a WIP Parade, I believe. I can't wait. And then I'll just be seeing who else is posted in the meantime. Primarily those are the two I catch up on the most. I don't have a lot of time, so I've got to kind of be careful. When I start my new job, I should be able to put some Floss Tubes on, like, just, you know, to watch kind of in the background. Hopefully. We'll see. You know, just to, like, while I'm on my breaks and stuff. So I'm hoping I'll be able to still keep up with Floss Tube then. I am also starting watching Jeopardy. It's a new show on ITV. It's not new, but it's new to ITV. Stephen Fry's hosting. It's based on the American show Jeopardy. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. It's so much fun. And for all of the 90s babies like me, Gladiators is starting again on Saturday on BBC One, and I am stoked. I am so excited. Graham doesn't get it. Graham doesn't like any kind of reality TV. It's nonsense. It's vapid. And I completely agree with him. And, you know, there's a lot of fake niceties and stuff. But Gladiators, I grew up on it. Wolf was my absolute favourite, like, anti-hero kind of person. And I loved him. So I am so excited. So excited for it to come back. I won't be watching it on Saturday. We're going out on Saturday. We're going to the cinema. Again, by the way, by the time this goes up, we'll have been out. We'll have been to the cinema. It's like I'm talking of, like, past year at this point. So we won't be watching it on Saturday, but I will be catching up. I can't wait. So yeah, thank you if you've watched all of this. Thank you. This has been an epic Floss Tube of epic proportions. If you liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up. Please leave a comment. I reply to all of my comments. I've got a few to reply to actually, so I'll get that done. Please subscribe. I am inching ever closer to that big 500, which is massive for me. I'll be doing a giveaway when I reach 500. I've already picked out a few bits, got them put away, ready for the giveaway, so woohoo, exciting. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been good. I hope, you know, you've got some good stitchy content going for me. Let me know what you're working on. I always love to know that. My director isn't here. I'm afraid her mum is off work, so she's not with me today. I think she'll be with me probably for one of my February videos. Next week, I'm going to discuss the price of PDF patterns and how much is too much to pay for a PDF pattern. Hint, £18.50 is a lot. In fact, I shot that video. It's already ready to go, and it's going up next week. And I was like, oh, Caterpillar charge £15 for their stitch along patterns. No, they don't. They charge £18.50 now, which is wild. And they also released information about the stitch retreat that they're hosting. It costs £200 to attend. That does not include meals. That does not include the room for the weekend. That is just to attend the retreat. And remember when I was talking about people taking the mickey with prices about things? Yeah. I'd kind of laughed and sent it to Graham. I was like, what? If you paid, good luck to you. Absolute good luck to you. But I will not be paying. I will not be going. It's in Birmingham. It's completely inaccessible for somebody who lives in the northeast of England. It's not the centre of the UK, even though they say it is. I will not be going, categorically. Even if it was closer, even if it was half an hour away from me, I wouldn't be going, not for that price. Good luck to you if you are going. Good luck to you if you are going to pay that. It's not for me. I could spend £200 on something a lot better, I'm afraid. So yeah, have a lovely week, everyone. I'll see you next week, and we'll discuss PDF pattern pricing. That's really difficult to say. And I hope you all have a lovely week. Bye.